Now, while the League of Nations was operating, the rest of the world was still happening. Other countries still had problems and organisations that didn't require the League to solve them. And we're going to look at a couple of those today because they do have an impact on the League of Nations. The first one comes from Germany. Surprisingly, Germany was having a terrible time after the Treaty of Versailles, and in fact, their relationship with France was not good. France and Germany were basically constantly arguing over where their borders exactly lie, and also France was being quite harsh and punishing Germany, even invading and taking over an area called the Ruhr in 1923. So Germany and France were constantly arguing, and admittedly, this is tension. This is worrying that they might go to war again. So in 1925, the German foreign minister, a man called Gustav Stresemann, he's on the left-hand side there, was sick of it. He decided to end all this bickering and arguing for good. And as foreign minister to represent Germany, he invited the French foreign minister to Germany. He actually invited loads of different countries to Germany to try and sign some pacts that would make Germany seem like an actual peaceful country again. These pacts were called the Locarno Treaties. That's where they met, a place called Locarno. It was 7 treaties that basically said that Germany, France, Britain, Italy, Belgium and Czechoslovakia would never go to war again. They could not go to war against each other, and that they would basically, Germany would accept its borders and try and repair its relationships with France. And this changed the perspective of Germany in the eyes of the countries in the world. They saw Germany as trying to make amends for its mistakes and trying to be peaceful. And in fact, Germany was allowed to join the League of Nations the year after the Locarno Treaties. It showed that Germany and the other countries could organise these peaceful pacts on their own. And in fact, later on, in 1928, a number of countries, 65 countries, all met in Paris to basically decide. They all signed an agreement that basically said, it's called the Kellogg-Briand Pact, and it said, we promise to not use violence to solve problems. Now, the Locarno Treaties and the Kellogg-Briand Pact had no involvement from the League of Nations. You know, the group that's supposed to keep the world's peace. The World Peacekeeping Organization somehow could not organize peace between these countries, and these countries were doing it themselves. So why should the League of Nations exist in the first place if it can't do it if the countries can do it on their own? This made the League of Nations maybe look a little bit poor or badly organised, or to be honest, not doing its job effectively enough. And there's even more examples in the textbook. There's one called the Rapallo Treaty in 1922. There's another one called the Washington Arms Conference in 1922 as well. But I just want you to know about the main two, Locarno and Kellogg-Briand. What are they? What do they mean? What do they change? And also, how do they make the League look? Read them up, look them down, and revise them for yourself. Good luck. See you later.